Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostic trouble code DTC P16E2 indicates a LIN communication error related to the Powertrain Control Module PGM-FI and the alternator communication line ACG LIN. This error specifies a communication failure between the PGM-FI module and the alternator. The alternator, located on the front of the engine, is responsible for generating electrical power necessary to charge the battery and power the vehicle's electrical systems. This communication line is crucial as it ensures that the PGM-FI module receives essential data regarding the alternator's operational status. Diagnosing this issue is imperative for ensuring the functionality of the vehicle's electrical system, as this communication problem can lead to poor vehicle performance. Before proceeding with troubleshooting, verifying the integrity of the connections and components involved is essential. DTC P16E2 stands for a Powertrain Control Module, PGM-FI-ACG LIN communication error, indicating a failure in the communication network that interfaces the engine management system and the alternator. The PGM-FI is a critical component located within the vehicle's engine bay, usually near the battery, which manages the engine's operations and its corresponding electrical components. The alternator, found mounted on the engine, works by converting mechanical energy into electrical energy, thus supporting the vehicle's electrical load and charging the battery. If the LIN communication fails, it can disrupt the alternator's performance and impact overall engine functionality. This issue can be exacerbated by loose connections at the ACG+B terminal, further underscoring the importance of solid connections in vehicle electrical systems. There are several potential causes for DTC P16E2. The most immediate concern is a loose terminal on the alternator at the ACG+B terminal, which can interrupt the communication signal. If connections are not secure, it may lead to intermittent failures in the vehicle's electrical system. Additionally, corroded connectors within the wiring harness can degrade the quality of signals exchanged between the alternator and the PGM-FI. Furthermore, damaged wires due to wear and tear or exposure to heat can also lead to poor communication. Resolving these issues effectively requires careful inspection of both the physical connectors and the integrity of the wiring harness throughout the affected circuit. When DTC P16E2 is indicated, several symptoms may manifest in the vehicle's operation. Commonly observed are warning lights on the dashboard, such as the check engine light, alerting the driver to potential issues that need addressing. Moreover, the vehicle may exhibit erratic engine performance characterized by stalling, reduced power, or unusual idling behavior, all indicative of an electrical communication problem. Additionally, owners may experience failures in the electrical systems, such as malfunctioning accessories or unreliable battery charging. These symptoms can significantly impact the drivability and reliability of the vehicle, necessitating timely diagnostics and repairs. Begin by turning the vehicle to the on mode, which allows the onboard diagnostic system to initialize. This is an essential step because it powers up the vehicle's electronic systems and gets them ready for communication with diagnostic tools. Next, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any existing DTCs in the system. After clearing, turn the vehicle to the off/lock position before returning it to the on mode again after 10 seconds. This waiting period enables the system to reset and can potentially clear transient issues. Finally, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS to see if P16E2 reappears or if other related codes are triggered. Following the initial vehicle checks, you will again need to check for pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS. This step specifically focuses on identifying if DTC P16E2, which indicates a battery sensor LIN communication error, is present. If P16E2 is indicated, you must follow the next steps accordingly to implement further diagnostics specific to the battery sensor. If the P16E2 DTC is not present, proceed to check for further issues without the need for battery sensor-specific tests. Moving toward locating and diagnosing other potential DTCs that may be affecting the system. Continue with diagnostics by checking for any pending or confirmed DTCs, again through the HDS. This assessment will help you identify if the P16E8 DTC, indicative of a shutter grille LIN communication error, is present. If this code is confirmed, it is crucial to follow through with its specific diagnostic steps to diagnose the possible malfunction in the shutter grille system. Should the P16E8 DTC not appear, you can move on to the next step, ensuring that diagnostic focus remains on the communication integrity with the alternator and related components in the system. In this step, reiterate the check via HDS for pending or confirmed DTCs, now focusing on identifying if DTC P16E5, which implicates a LIN communication error associated with the PCM and the DC-DC converter, is present. If DTC P16E5 is registered, it indicates a complex interconnection issue that will require specialized diagnostics focusing on the DC-DC converter system. Should it not be indicated, proceed to subsequent troubleshooting steps to hone in on the core issues related to the P16E2 DTC, perpetuating the deeper examination of electrical and communication circuits throughout the alternate components. Begin by turning off the vehicle and setting it to the lock mode, ensuring safety when working with electrical components. Disconnect the alternator 1P connector to isolate the alternator from the rest of the vehicle's systems. With the alternator connector removed, measure the resistance between the designated test points. These points are the female terminal number 1 of the alternator 1P connector and the vehicle body ground. Assessing this resistance is crucial, as it will provide insight into potential issues within the wiring or connections. A resistance of 1 megaohm or more indicates a proper circuit for this step, while less than that will necessitate further investigation into wire shorting or damage. Using the HDS, jump the SCS line, which stands for Shorting Connector System, and wait for over a minute to reset the system. After this, check for continuity between the alternator 1P connector terminal and the body ground while sequentially disconnecting the PCM connector A, the 12-volt battery sensor 2P connector, the upper and lower shutter grille connectors, and the DC-DC converter connector. This method allows pinpointing where the continuity fails, indicating a potential area of concern in the LIN communication circuit. If continuity is lost when disconnecting any specific connector, that indicates a problem with that particular section of the circuit and affirmatively confirms that the LIN wire is functional. Reconnect the alternator 1P connector after the previous testing steps. Now, proceed to disconnect the 12-volt battery sensor 2P connector to perform another resistance check. Measure the resistance between female terminal number 2 of the battery sensor connector and the body ground. The aim is to ensure a resistance reading of 1 megaohm or more. This measurement checks the integrity of the battery sensor connection, determining if it is functioning correctly within the LIN system specifications. If the resistance falls below this threshold, it points toward a malfunction in the alternator, which requires replacement. With the HDS, jump the SCS line once more and wait over a minute before disconnecting both the alternator 1P connector and PCM connector A. This setup is designed to measure resistance between terminal number 1 of the alternator connector and terminal number 10 of the PCM connector under specific conditions. The vehicle must be in the off, lock mode during this process. Assessing this resistance will confirm the condition of the LIN communication circuit between both connections. A reading of 1.0 ohms or less indicates that the wire is intact and functional, while readings above that suggest a need for further inspection and possible repair of the wire between the PCM and the alternator. After identifying previous connections and ensuring they are intact, turn off the vehicle and disconnect the alternator 1P connector once again. Measure resistance from the female terminal number 1 of the alternator connector to the body ground. Ensure this is done while the vehicle remains in the off, lock mode. A proper reading confirming 1 mega ohm or more indicates that the wiring integrity is maintained. Should the reading be lower, further investigations are needed into potential short circuits or damaged wires within the LIN communication network. Once again, jump the SCS line with the HDS and allow time for the reset process. Check for continuity between the alternator 1P connector terminal and body ground, while systematically disconnecting the connectors previously mentioned one by one. This process is designed to help pinpoint where continuity fails, thus identifying possible short circuits within the LIN communication circuit. If continuity stops when disconnecting any connector, it implies that the LIN wire itself is functioning correctly. However, if continuity prevails through the disconnection of all connectors, it indicates potential wiring issues across the LIN wire, which would require repairs or reconnections. After pinpoint testing, reconnect the alternator 1P connector once more to continue diagnostics. Next, disconnect the shutter grille upper-lower connector to conduct a resistance check necessary for understanding each component's interaction within the LIN communication circuit. Measure the resistance, aiming for a reading of 1 mega ohm or more between terminal number 3 of the shutter grille connector and the body ground. If this reading has been confirmed as proper, you can confidently move forward in determining the alternator condition. If the reading is less than expected, consider that the alternator might require replacement. Re-engage in jumping the SCS line via HDS and waiting for reset processes to occur effectively. After that, proceed by removing both the alternator 1P connector and the PCM connector A for a resistance evaluation. You're evaluating resistance once more between the designated terminals, ensuring both the alternator and PCM are completely disconnected. Aim for a reading of 1.0 ohms or less during this evaluation, confirming that the LIN communication remains intact between these points. A productivity reading would confirm the LIN wire's functionality. If readings exceed the threshold, then further diagnostics are warranted to address open circuits between the PCM and the alternator. Once again, ensure the vehicle is turned off and locked before proceeding with the next tests. Disconnect the alternator 1P connector for this assessment, which will isolate the alternator, allowing for resistance checks. Your focus remains on measuring resistance from terminal number 1 of the alternator connector to the body ground. As outlined in previous steps, verify that this reading is 1 mega ohm or higher, indicating that there is appropriate integrity within the LIN wiring. Persistently lower readings prompt further investigation into the potential causes for short circuits. Verifying integrity once more before proceeding. Perform another jump of the SCS line with the HDS to initiate the necessary diagnostics, while allowing time for the reset features to run appropriately. Check for continuity again, specifically between the alternator 1P connector terminal and body ground. It's essential to repeat this while disconnecting various connectors outlined earlier, as this could unearth any latent issues within the LIN communication wire. If disconnecting leads maintains continuity, that affirms LIN's operational integrity, whereas continuity failures will lead you into deeper investigations covering the length of possible shorts within the LIN lines. As part of following up on potentially diagnostic failures, you will reconnect the alternator 1P connector while moving to assess the DC-DC converter connector in succession. Disconnect the connector and measure resistance from terminal number 1 of the DC-DC converter connector to the body ground within the vehicle's off and lock mode. This check ensures that the DC-DC converter is operational and not interfering with the alternator's LIN communication. Ensure that this resistance measures 1 megaohm or more, indicating proper functionality. If the reading fails to meet this requirement, it indicates necessary replacement of the alternator. With all previous connections clarified, jump the SCS line with the HDS again and wait for additional functionality to reset through the system. Disconnect both the alternator 1P connector and the PCM connector A for another significant round of resistance checks. The goal remains to measure between terminal number 1 of the alternator connector and terminal number 10 of the PCM connector, while ensuring the vehicle's state remains off, lock. A reading of 1.0 ohms or less will showcase that the LIN wire between these connectivity points is functioning correctly. If this reading exceeds this threshold, it necessitates remedial solutions or further diagnostic steps to repair this open circuit. Upon concluding all necessary repairs, reconnect every electrical connector involved in the previous diagnostics, including the battery sensor, DC-DC converter, shutter grills, and alternator connectors. Once all connections are secure, use the HDS to clear any existing DTCs from the system. Then, restart the vehicle and monitor closely for any reappearance of DTC P16E2 or other related codes. This final verification is crucial to ensuring that the underlying issues have been completely addressed and that the vehicle is functioning normally without any faults in the electrical communication system. Ensuring the vehicle runs smoothly without further warning lights will finalize the repair process. To prevent potential future occurrences of DTC P16E2, it's advisable to implement regular preventive maintenance checks. This includes routinely inspecting all electrical connectors for signs of wear, corrosion, or looseness, as these are common culprits in communication failures. Additionally, ensure timely testing of the battery's performance, including load testing, to verify that it can hold a charge and deliver adequate power to the vehicle's systems. Furthermore, keep a careful watch on the functionality of the alternator. Performing voltage checks periodically can reveal early signs of declining performance before becoming an issue that triggers DTCs. Embracing proactive measures will greatly enhance the longevity of vehicle components and improve reliability. In conclusion, diagnosing and addressing DTC P16E2 revolves around understanding the critical nature of the communication between the PGM-FI and the alternator. Recognizing the symptoms and potential causes, such as loose connections, damaged wiring, and corroded connectors, allows for a focused approach to repairs. It is essential to conduct rigorous testing and verification to ensure that the communication lines remain intact and functional. The significance of consistent preventive maintenance cannot be understated. It plays a vital role in prolonging the operational efficiency of electrical components within the vehicle. Regular inspections and tests will ensure that performance remains optimal, ensuring peace of mind while driving. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.